Welcome everyone. Let's begin sat cross-legged. Nice and easy, one foot in front of the other. You choose which one. And you can rest your hands on your knees. That's it. Take a little bit of time to settle, as always. Okay, so let your eyes close. Feel your sit bones rooted down into the mat. Spine long. You can let your head just move from side to side, up and down. Good, and then find where the chin's parallel to the floor. Give yourself this little moment. All together, we'll take a big breath in through the nose. Let's open your mouth and exhale, let it go. And again, long breath in. And open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Last time, long breath in. And open your mouth, exhale, let it go. So now just breathe in and out through your nose. We're going to play with the counts today. So we're going to go with an in count of 4 and then an outward count of 8. There's a few more normal, natural breaths. And the next time you breathe in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for a moment. And then exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale for 4. Hold your breath at the top for a moment. And then try and take the whole 8 counts to exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 4. Pausing at the top. Exhaling for 8. Inhaling for 4. Pausing at the top. Exhaling for 8. Inhaling for 4. Pausing at the top. Exhaling for 8. Inhaling for 4. Pausing at the top. And then exhaling for 8. So let's switch it around now. Inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Now exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 8. Pausing at the top. And then exhaling for 4. Inhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding that all inside. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 8. Holding. Exhaling for 4. 3, 2, 1. So last round. Inhale for 8. Pausing. And then exhaling for 4. Inhale fully. Let's open your mouth. Exhale, let it go. And breathe in and out through your nose. So notice how that feels. Notice whatever came up for you. Maybe there was difficult times, that trying to inhale for 8 after the short exhale. And just notice what came up and then let it go. And observe how you feel now. Hopefully the breath has guided you inwards. We'll press the palms together, rub the hands together as fast as you can. So you're creating that nice little bit of heat. And then you can rest your hands over your eyes. You're shielding out the light. It's like you're looking within yourself, through the closed eyes. And gently you can start to wipe the eyes and the face away. Good. So whichever leg you've got in front, we're just going to bring the other leg in front now. And push down to the fingertips, just lift yourself up tall. Should feel nice now to walk your hands forwards and relax the forehead towards the floor. So all that breathing, all that awareness that you've brought within, drop it into your hips now. How does it feel through the sit bones, through the back? You can do any little movements that you like here. Maybe lifting that right shoulder up, maybe lifting the left shoulder up, and just seeing how that all feels. We'll walk the hands over to the right side, go as far over you as you can, and feel the left side of your body there. So it's nice to try not to get stuck in any place. Once you get to that place so you can feel the stretch, then maybe you can kind of move, opening up the shoulder and then dropping it back down. And we'll walk the hands over to the other side. Go as far over as you can on that side now. Again and again. And try not to get stuck in any one place. See if you can kind of move, opening and closing the right shoulder. Unlocking any tight bits there. And walking the hands all the way back to the center. Maybe you've got more room there to creep those hands again a little bit further forwards. Good, and then walking your hands back towards your feet. Take your right hand once you get there, just right in line with your right hip, and your left arm up to the sky. We're going to bend the right arm in towards the right hip and reach the left arm up and over your head. So try that same thing here, kind of opening and closing the shoulder. And it doesn't have to look pretty, it's just about feeling the stretch and where can you open up into, where can you close into. We're going to swing the left arm all the way to the front, rounding into the back. Take the left hand by the left hip and swing the right arm up and over your head. And again, once you get to that place where you feel the stretch, again, you can kind of open and close the shoulder, trying to unlock anything that's a little bit tight here on this right side. And then we'll swing the arm, that right arm all the way back through center. Bring the right hand by the right hip, left arm comes up and over the head. Try and twist your right rib cage to the left. And now we're going to creep the right fingers out. That's it. Maybe the elbow lowers to the floor, maybe it doesn't, but try and keep your left sit bone on the mat. Good, so bringing your left arm all the way through center, rounding into the back, left hand by the left hip, right arm up and over your head. So find that place. And then creep your left fingertips as far forward or far out towards the side as feels good. Maybe the elbow rests on the floor, maybe not, but don't let your right hip lift. Good, coming back through center. And then rolling your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. That's it. Do the opposite of that now. I'll take the hands behind you. Push down through the hands and lift the chest up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to keep the head in line with the spine. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Nice, good. Bring the chin back, walking your hands back. We'll bring the knees up and then just bring your feet together now. Hold on to your toes, lift yourself up nice and tall, and then start to walk the hands back forwards. So when we come into a place that we stay for a little while, that's when you can think about your breathing again. We're trying to keep the breath mindful throughout the class. But definitely when you come into a place of stillness, you can make your breathing loud. Find where you need to direct the breath to relax. Maybe it's in your back today. Maybe it's in your hips. You can sway from side to side. You can do any movements you like. And then rolling your way back up to seated. That's it. If you're comfy here, just stay here. Take your hands out in line with your hips. And then creep the fingertips away. Lift your head up tall, your chest up tall. And then just hover those fingertips off the floor. Think about reaching away through your arms here. And then let your left ear fall towards the left shoulder. As you do that, you should feel something happening down that right arm. What is it that you can feel here? If you need to change your legs, you can take them into a different place. If everything is all right, you can stay here. And then bringing the head back to the center, let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder, and then maybe you can feel a little bit more down that left arm. Okay, bringing the head back through center. Now rotate the palms so they go up towards the sky and rotate the shoulders. And then rotate the shoulders back and turn the palms up. And again, rotate the shoulders so the palms turn up. And then rotate the shoulders back so you bring the palms forwards and up. Okay, so now the palms turn to the back. And then towards the sky, rotating from the shoulders. And then last time, rotate the shoulders back and then turn the palms up. Yes, can you lift your arms up? We'll catch hold of your right wrist with your left hand and we'll lean over towards the left side. It's tempting to lift your right hip, but try and press down to the right hip. Coming back to the center and then right hand onto the left wrist. Lift up tall and then fold over to the other side. Squeeze your left sit bone down into the mat. Good, coming up through center. Don't forget you can change your legs anytime. Release the hands. Right hand outside left knee, left fingertips behind you. Bringing this twist now into the practice. Breathing in. Breathing out to twist. Good. And then we can release. Take the left hand outside your right knee, right fingertips behind you. Lift yourself up tall. Good. And then breath in, breathe into it. Breath out, draw the belly button back. Nice, guys, well done. Good. And then release, come back to the center. Good, bring your knees up. Now you're going to place your right knee bent and your left knee bent. So you're creating that 90-90 shape. You can have the heel or ankle below your knee and your other ankle in line with the other knee. But actually, let's bring this heel into your bum for now. Yeah, see if that feels all right. You can always be sat on a block if you want to. So now this left hip is going to lift up and then it's going to sink down. Yeah, so see if you can play with that, lifting the left hip up and then letting it draw back down. Okay, so you can have your hands in the center or on your hips. Maybe you can feel the hip move with that left hand. Trying to find a nice fluid movement there with the hip. Keeping it going, see how the right hip moves within the right side, and then see if you can grind that left hip down. It's nice to use movements, like little flowing movements, to get into all the muscles, all the ligaments. And that's it. Now lift the hip up. Take your body over towards the right and we'll just fall over the right leg. And take the forehead down towards the floor. You breathe into it, squeeze down through the inner left knee. Breathe out. And then you're coming back over that right leg. We'll extend the left leg out now. Come into your pigeon. So you might need to adjust and then come up more onto that right shin. We're going to walk back over to that right side again. Yeah, so see if it's like you're going around a corner. Reach through the left hand. Breathe into that left side. Yeah. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And we'll come in back to the center. Just have your fingertips on the floor, either side of that right knee, and lift the chest up. Breathe in. Think shoulders drawing down. Think pushing down through that left leg, squeezing the right hip back. And we'll come down onto the forearms. And you're going to bend that left leg in. So getting into the quad now. Squeeze the heel into your bum. So you can try pushing down through that left knee to squeeze the right hip back. Long breath in, long breath out. Try now with the right hand, taking it back behind you to catch hold of that left foot. Yeah. Now you can push down through the hand to lift your chest up and then push that foot away. Keep drawing the foot back to help you lift up. Of course, you can always skip this bit. You can keep the forearms down on the floor. Listen to your body. Lovely. Good. Release the right foot if you had got hold of it. We'll fall onto your right side. We're going to swing this left leg over the right. We'll come into a twist for a moment. Right arm around the left leg. Left fingertips behind you. Push the sit bones down. Get tall. Inhale. And exhale to twist. So feel the core, the obliques, everything working as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Good. So come back through center. This left leg is going to swing all the way back. Yeah, so make this be part of your mobility now. And then bring the left leg all the way back around. And try it a few times. Swinging back. And swinging to the front. So you have to be really strong in the outer right leg there. Yeah, do what's possible for you. That's it. Good. Last time. And then swing it back. Good. All right, so we've got this left leg at the front. We can just lower the left knee down and take your right leg out and come onto the other side. Okay, so the heel is close to your bum on this one. You can be up on the block if you want to. And we'll start to lift up the right hip and then press it back down. So it might be a little bit of a strange movement at first, but see if you can get that opening and closing, that lifting, tilting forwards, and then drawing back. Your core's helping you. Yeah, see if you can find it. That's it. And we're not lifting this left leg up off the floor. We're keeping the sit bone rooted down and just trying to find that mobility here in this right leg. That's it, a few more times. So you're actually really strengthening this left leg because it's keeping so strong and rooted. And you're mobilizing the right hip. So you're going to lift the hip up and then fall over to the left side. Take your body as far over that left side as you can. You might want to creep your right arm out. Take a breath in. And a long breath out. You sink into that left hip. Try and press down to the right knee, right ankle. Good. All right, come back up. So now you're going to extend your right leg back. Come into a pigeon. You might need to come up and out of that left leg. Settle into your pigeon shape. Right leg back. Come onto your fingertips and lift your head, chest up. Breathing in. If it's too much, come onto your forearm straight away. Otherwise, push down to the right foot, right leg, and to left leg. Then we'll come down onto the forearms. Good. Enjoy sinking into the left hip. I'm going to bend the right leg in. And then you can reach back with the left hand for the left foot. Sorry, left hand for the right foot. And then you can stay like this, or you can push the foot into the hand to lift the chest up, coming onto your right hand, and then keep pushing the foot into the hand to lift your chest up. Breathing in, it's like you've got this pull that way, but you're opening up your shoulder, chest this way. One more breath, and you can always skip this bit. You can have your forearms on the floor. Nice. Good. And then you can release. So we are going to bring the right, fall onto that left side a little bit more, and then bring the right leg around. Hook the foot over your left leg. It can also be inside that left leg. Left arm around the right knee and the right fingertips behind you. Think right sit bone pressing down here. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, draw the belly button back. Good. All right, so mobility again with this right leg. Come back through center. We'll swing this right leg all the way around. So you just think about your journey with that right leg. Swing it all the way forwards. That's it. Taking it all the way back. And then all the way forwards. How much are you rooting down through this left hip to do this? Your left hip nice and strong. Right leg nice and mobile. Good. Let's do one more. Lovely, well done. So you've got your right leg at the front. Let's lower the right knee down and you're going to bring your feet in line again. So those heels in line. Push down through the fingertips, lift up tall. Let's see if this feels any better. Walk the hands forwards. Relax, tummy, chest, head down. Yeah, has it created a little bit more space for you? Good, well done guys. Start to walk your way back up. Hopefully that feels better. It feels much better for me anyway. Going to bring your knees up together and extend those legs out in front. Give them a nice little shake out. Hands by your hips. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. And then exhale, take your arms up. Good, nice. Now imagine this hip. If you remember Jane Fonda and the bum walks. Okay, but we're going to be a bit more mindful with that. So your arms are up because it helps you to find that lift. If your arms get tired, lower them down. But push into your left leg, lift your right hip up off the floor, and extend your right foot past your left foot and lower it down. So you fall onto your right hip, lift the left hip up off the floor, extend the left leg past the foot and lower it down. Okay, so try this a few times. Lift up, push forwards, lower down, lean into the right, lift the left hip up, left leg forwards, lower down. Okay, so see if you can keep going like that until you get to the top of the mat. Notice how you do it and what is moving, what is helping you to do it. If your arms get tired and you don't need them anymore, you can put them down. We try going back. Try not to use them though. Lift the hip up, push the hip back, lower down. Okay, so lean into the right, lift the hip up, push it back, lower down. Yes, that's it. Lift the hip up, push the hip back, lower down. Lean into it, lift the hip up, push it back, lower down. Last one. Good. Now maybe you can do this smoothly. Just walking forwards. And then walking back. This is a bit of a funny thing to do, but I really love how the legs feel within the hips. Reaching forwards. And then taking it back. Your hips will thank you. Last time, lifting up, walking forwards. It's definitely creating some heat in my house. And then take it back. How can you not love that? So you're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, and I want those feet far away now because you've worked lifting the hips up in that straight line. Now we can open them up. So you've got a diamond shape with your legs. Lift up nice and tall, do any little wiggles. And then fold forwards, forehead to the arches of your feet. Now they might not get towards the arches, but then heading to that direction. That means we want the spine long, we want the sit bones pressing down. Inhale, chest to toes. Exhale and fold. That's it, good. Should feel kind of nice. Maybe you can walk your hands out in front and then try and get that extra little extension. Yeah, it's like there's nothing in the hips to stop you now. Good, walk your way back up and then keep the legs at that distance. Bring your knees up, feet to either side of the mat. Hands onto your ankles, draw your chest through. And then exhale, walk your hands forwards, relax the head down. We haven't done too much with the hamstrings just yet. So before we go into that, work on wherever you are, just straightening the legs. And they don't need to be wide, just in line with your knees. Push down through the forearms and draw the head, chest forwards, maybe a little bit higher. Exhale, walk the hands further forwards. Yeah, see wherever you're at. Breathe into where you feel your hamstrings. I have to go down a little bit lower to feel mine. If you want a little bit more, push down through the legs. Push down through the heels. Push down through the hamstrings. And take one more breath. Good. Make your way back up. How's those hamstrings doing there? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Good. Bring the legs together. Push down through the fingertips. Lift yourself up nice and tall, and then exhale, we'll fold over these legs. So hopefully this should feel quite nice now. You've done so much work on opening up your hips, so much work on, well, not a load of work on the hamstrings, but enough. Breathe in, let the breath be the movement. Let the breath help you shift the attention, shift the energy. Okay, inhale, come all the way back up. With all of that stretched and opened, come back into that shape now. So you take your feet to the outer edges of the mat, hands onto your ankles. Inhale, draw forwards. Now slide your hands underneath your legs. So your palms are faced up. See how far feels okay here. Yeah, can you completely relax the hands? Can you relax the shoulders? Now, if you are on your own, be careful. This pose, when you get into it, it's hard to get out of it. Okay, so maybe you stay here, drawing the head forwards. I'm only joking, you can't get out of it. But you're going to slide your legs down straight. Now you're trying to bring your hands towards your back, towards your lower back. Now, if you get all the way down, like I know some of you will, push down through the backs of the legs and draw the chest forwards. Yeah. Otherwise, you're staying up high. Breathing in and breathing out. To come out, you can rebend those legs and slide the arms out and lift yourself all the way back up. Take the hands behind you, draw your shoulders back, open up the chest, just lift the shoulders back, the chest up. Good. Okay, we're going to try one more version of that. Okay, so you're going to bring your soles of the feet together. You got this nice diamond shape again. Yeah, so the feet aren't close to you. You're going to slide your hands underneath your legs. Yeah, see how far around you can slide those arms in. And you'll get to where you get to here. If it's too much, bring your feet to the mat, to the outer edges of the mat like we did earlier. Can you take your hands up around your back? Can you wiggle your shoulders into the legs? Your forehead down onto the arches of your feet. So you got the two options. You got the pose before. You've got just getting into where you can get to here. Eventually one day, maybe the hands will meet. One more breath. Feel a bit like a turtle or tortoise. And then release. Coming back up, we'll bring the knees up, counter pose that. Hands behind you. Draw the shoulders back, lift, open up the chest, and we'll push down through the feet to lift the hips up. So we haven't done much of stretching the front of the hip flexors, apart from that little pigeon pose. Good, and then lower the bum back down onto the mat. Well done, guys. Okay, wiggle yourself forwards to the top of the mat. Now, I hope that you have a block. Yeah, so if you've got a block handy, catch hold of it now. Yeah. Or part of your toolbox, and then lower the spine down. Okay, once you get the head onto the floor, you're going to lift the hips up and we're going to slide the block underneath the sacrum, which is going to feel super nice after all that folding forwards. Let the feet come to where feels you can kind of be stable. And maybe you can let the knees press together, feet as wide as the mat. And see what you want to do with the arms. You can have them down by your side. Maybe that's a bit more grounding. Or maybe arms up and over your head. Breathing in. And breathing out. So slowing it down now. Yeah, we opened up the body, tried to get into that little crazy tortoise pose. But in the process, we really got into our hips. We freed up any tension there within the hips, within the legs, within the hamstrings. And we know that tension can cause us stress. So we're better off without it. Whether you got to the, deeper into the final pose, then that's irrelevant. The journey to it has helped to open everything up. So walk the feet towards each other and then just extend the right leg towards the right hand corner of the mat and let those right toes turn outwards. Now if this block feels too high, you can turn it onto its lower edge. Breathing in, relax into that hip now. We're not working, we're not pressing, we're not finding resistance. We're just letting go. Long breath in. Long breath out. Good. Don't forget, at some point, maybe the block does become uncomfortable, so you can turn it onto its lower edge at any time. Okay, rebend the right leg, and then extend the left leg out. Toes fall outwards. Let the leg, the hip bone melt outwards. Breathing in. Breathing out. That's it. Enjoy melting that hip bone outwards. And rebending that left leg. Foot flat onto the floor. You're going to lift the hips up. Turn the block onto its lower edge and then lower the sacrum down onto the block. Maybe that's a relief, if that high edge is a bit of a challenge for you. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees open, and then just let the knees rock from side to side. So if the block's in the right place, you should get a really nice massage on the lower back there. Then maybe you come into stillness. This might be a nice place to take the arms up and over your head. Feel the opening in your chest, in your shoulders, and that space. Breath slow and steady, don't forget. You can bring the knees back up together. Push down through the feet and lift the hips up for a moment. Try and think about tailbone moving towards the heels of the feet, lowering the spine back down, and then hugging your knees into your chest. Okay, so hopefully you've changed the shape of the spine a little bit there. Arms come up and over your knees, we'll squeeze the thighs in, and you've got the sacrum on the block, but the tailbone is probably off the block. Does it feel nice to move from side to side there? Good. Those muscles getting a nice little squeeze. You can also take the block away. come into a happy baby from here. So holding onto the outer edges of the feet. Feels a little bit different with the block there. Try pressing the sacrum down into the block. Okay, if it's uncomfortable, just take the block away. Breath in. And breath out. Because we have done some work on the hamstrings, you can take your hands inside your feet and then work on straightening your right leg. But push down through your left hand so that left thigh is pouring outside of the left rib cage. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Rebending your right leg and then just seeing where the left leg goes. Yeah, straightening into the left leg. You can have your hand behind the calf. Maybe you're drawing the toes down towards the floor, but you are pushing down through your right hand. You know, if you can't hold on to the foot, you can always have the hand around the back of the thigh there. See what feels good for you. As long as you can feel a stretch. And then rebending that left leg. Release both feet and take your knees back over your hips. That should move the tailbone down into the mat. And then you can lift both feet up to the sky. That's it, hold it there. Let the weight of the feet fall into the hips. Feel the sacrum pouring into the block. Feel the weight in the shoulder blades. And can you relax your jaw? Maybe you can feel a little pulsing in your feet. Let your eyes close. Take a few moments. You're welcome to take the block away anytime. Long breaths in, long breaths out. I know you probably want to take the legs down. We'll stay here for one more moment. And then you can bend the knees, give the legs a little shake out, and then place both feet back down onto the mat. Lift your hips up, slide the block out the way, lower your spine down. Feels nice. Take the block now on its low edge behind your head. Have to be careful of ponytails if you've got them. Make sure the ponytail doesn't change the alignment of your spine. Use the block like a pillow and just let your head rock from side to side. So you should feel quite a bit of awareness in your sacrum. Now bring your awareness to the neck, to the back of the head. Let yourself just sway from side to side, massaging the back of the head. And then you can eventually come into stillness for a moment. Can you press your shoulder blades down towards the hips and then down into the mat? So you create a bit more space between the ear and the shoulder. Relax your jaw, relax your face. I know for some of you, this is perfect with the block, just like this. But then maybe some of you will be all right to take it onto its higher edge. So then you want to have the block underneath the back of your head, not on your neck. Let your shoulders relax, let the neck stretch. And again, rock from side to side. So if you're keeping the block on its low edge, you can rock from side to side again. If you've brought it onto the higher edge, explore the muscles there, explore the back of the neck. And then find your center, find the stillness. Can you draw your shoulder blades towards the tailbone again, towards your feet, and then shoulder blades into the mat. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Mindfully breathing here. Surrender, let go. Few more breaths. And then you can walk, take your feet out to the corners of the mat. You can take the block away, maybe use it as a pillow, but it is nice after having it up so high just to rest the back of the head on the floor. You've got your shoulders away from the ears, you've got the feet to the corners of the mat. Hey, let your eyes close, give yourself this moment just to let go. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Two more like that in your own time. Breathe in. Let it go when you're ready. Last time, breathing in. And then breathing out. So let yourself slip into some stillness. No awareness on your breathing. Feel the whole back of your body on the mat. Every time a thought comes that's not important, just shoo it away. Completely relax, let go. Even though I'm not talking, I'm still here, protecting you, minding you, watching you while you rest. You're welcome to stay as long as you like, as always. So you could ignore me right now if you feel like you need a little bit longer. Oh, you're starting to breathe a little bit deeper. Using the breath to reawaken you. But this time, you're bringing yourself back into your day, stretched, strengthened, full of positive energy, full of the breath, full of mindfulness, full of consciousness. Start to bring movement into your fingers and into your toes. And eventually, that big yawn, reaching your arms above the head. It feels so good after Shavasana. And we roll over onto the right hand side into your fetal shape. And spend a moment here. And keeping your eyes closed, walk your way up to seated to face the front. Sit in any shape that feels good for you. We'll finish off with some alternate nostril breathing. Okay, to bring everything into balance. Right hand with the first two fingers press into the center of the forehead, and we'll block off the right nostril with the thumb, left nostril with the fourth finger. Okay, so inhale through both nostrils. Open mouth and exhale, let it go. Block off the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale through the left nostril. Block off the left nostril with the fourth finger. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Block off the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Blocking off the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Blocking off the right. Exhale through the left. Last round. Inhale through the left. Block off the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block off the right. Exhale through the left. Releasing the hand. Inhale through both nostrils. Hold the breath at the top. Drop your chin to your throat. Draw your pelvic floor muscles up and in. Hold all of that energy in between your throat chakra and your root chakra. And then lift the head up and exhale, release, relax. And just taking a moment to breathe normally, naturally. Notice where you're at, how you feel. And then act accordingly now after this class. So maybe not diving into something straight away, giving yourself a little bit of time. Palms together, thumbs into the chest bone. Breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your day. As always, let me know if you need anything. I hope you feel nice and relaxed and that you can move mindfully through the rest of your day.